Hey everybody, thanks for tuning into the Ant Panda channel. My name's Panda. For this week of Will It Install, we're actually going to cover one of my favorites, and that's going to be the Command & Conquer series, but specifically we're going to be covering Red Alert 3. Because back in the day, when you used to reserve things, you used to actually get physical things that would give you more digital things, and that's what we've got here in the Red Alert 3 reserve copy from GameStop in particular. So we'll dive into this a bit more, and then we'll unbox the premiere version of this and actually see if it installs. It should. I would think it would. I would hope. And there's not only that, accessible versions of these on Steam, EA, well, if EA Origin still exists, and a few other things as well. So the accessibility should be there, but let's just see if physical copies hold a actual way for you to still install and play the game. So let's take a look. This is the Red Alert 3 reserve copy with the GameStop exclusive and free game map included. Pretty basic, but essentially it was a DVD disc that allowed you to reserve it. You would get this when you reserve it up front at GameStop, and it would usually give you some sort of goodies to hold you over until the actual release of it itself, which this release came out in October of 2008, and it came with a free copy of Red Alert 2, and then Red Alert 3 had some goodies in here. This isn't the actual game, I don't believe, but if it is, then this person went ahead and brought this back in, and they gave us a copy. And included here, and it looks like I'm out a code that didn't have to be, it wasn't included. It was the poster. This is the famous poster of all the ladies of Red Alert 3. And yeah, here they are. I mean, I don't know what wouldn't make you want to reserve this more than just having one of these posters put up. I can tell you that. So we'll put this to the side and we'll check these out obviously first. But the premiere version, obviously it's got the lady up front just the same as the other, but a close-up, nice steel tin. Just, you know, things that we don't really have much anymore, at least. Steel tin does exist. It is something that's optional and usually comes later. This has got the Premiere Edition instruction manual, which is great, and then the codes. And I don't even know if these codes actually work. I'm sure they can give you the option, but this was something they included as part of a specialized Red Alert 3 helm called the Kotzer's helm. And look at that. That's not a helm I'd probably wear, but, you know, whatever. This has beta program stuff for future Command & Conquer games, which was cool. That would always appeal to me. And then this is the exclusive map and stuff that I believe a lot of the pre-order places had. Music discs. This has got the game itself. And then I believe this is the bonus disc that has included. So we'll check out all three of these. First, let's check out the reserve copy. We'll also try Red Alert 2 and see what we get. Alright, and this is going to be the Red Alert 3 bonus disc that they have included. Talent lineup? Lineup, I guess, is all of the actors. We got Tim Curry, J.K. Simmons. Oh, God, I can't remember this guy's name. He's in everything of this period. And then we got all the lovely ladies of the Allies and the scientist dude and a commando guy. So, version. Oh, yeah, this is like the screen you could use as wallpaper, which is actually pretty badass. I've always liked. Oh, and this is more of that, but this is also on the PS3 Ultimate Edition version that came out.
You're logged into a special edition of Battlecast Primetime. Sitting alongside I'm David Silverman.
We just wanted to take a moment and thank you for supporting us and Red Alert 3 by pre-ordering your copy of the game today.
For a supersized Command School episode detailing all three factions and some of their amazing units and powers. Micromanagement and unit counters are critical in Red Alert 3.
Let's check out this exclusive Battleground Reconnaissance. Battle Base is a 1v1 map set on a high-tech island fortress. You'll start with 2 ore nodes located at your MCV and easy access to a third one on the water behind you. Be careful, this expansion is an early target for terror drones and Mecha Tenju. Each player also has an oil derrick on their half of the map. Your derrick may be closer to your base, but dogs move faster than engineers, so be on the lookout for an ambush. The center of this map has higher ground, 2 expansion nodes, and 2 observation posts. Grab both observation posts and you'll be able to see most of the map, but defending them can be tough. With the smallest number of central combat lanes and the closest base-to-base distance of almost any map, you'll get an action-packed matchup from start to finish. Last but not least, Pool Party is a 4-player Zen Garden map. You'll start in the corner with 2 ore nodes, and each quarter of the map has 3 additional expansion points between you and each of your opponents. One is on land, one is on water, and the final one is a small pool near the center of the map. That means there are 20 total ore nodes on this map, and between the starting locations are 4 oil derricks as well. There are no tech buildings, but controlling that area will make it easier to defend the 4 ore nodes that are located in the middle. Living up to its name, Pool Party makes it pretty difficult for your land-only units to move around, so amphibious units and air-based units are key. Dive in and take to the skies. Well, that's all the time we have today, but fear not. If you pre-ordered the limited premiere edition of Red Alert 3, there'll be plenty more of Raj and I in our exclusive Battlecast Primetime episode.
And don't forget that you can always watch Battlecast Primetime the last Friday of every month at commandandconquer.com.
Send us your comments.
Well, Red Alert 3 is really a fantastic story. I think it's really fantastic when a game has all that gameplay, but there really is a dramatic story weaving through it, and we really have one. The writers really spent a lot of time developing this story.
That was a win-win for everyone, Commander. Well, not the Reds. For them, it was more of a lose-lose.
It basically...
President Ackerman is very self-assured, smug, some might say, and about as extreme a hawk as you're likely to find.
Bullpucky! You know those Russians can't be trusted. They hate everything we stand for. Freedom, liberty, the pursuit of happiness, apple pie. Did I say freedom? You ready to send those commies running back to their mommies?
And still undefeated, Gina Conviction Carano.
All right, this is the Command & Conquer Red Alert 2 install disk. All right, so now we got the RA3 bonus disc. So it looks like we got the different wall. It is, but I don't remember ever seeing this one.
The Empire is balanced in body, mind, and determination. When we strike, you will fall, just like this fool. Who is this fool? Where is this fool?
Hi, I'm Jenny McCarthy on set of Command & Conquer Red Alert 3. You're watching...
You're watching... what?
Battlecast Primetime. Well, that doesn't roll off my tongue.
Hi, I'm George Takei, and you're watching Battlecast. Battlecast.
Good luck saying no to it. None of you have the guts to do what needs to be done, so I'm going to wipe out those...
Are you happy as you can be? 'Cause I am like a buzzing bee. Red Alert, number 3. Oh, sorry.
Battle Bearers?
Yeah.
Bearers, B-E-A-R.
Yep. Battle Bears.
Pardon?
Battle Bears.
Thank you. Battle Bears.
Battle Bears. What is it? Is it like a new form of chewy snack?
Battle Bears.
Am I excited about them? Do I want to eat them?
Man can?
Man cannon.
Oh, man. Man cannon.
Man cannon. Really? Let's try that again.
Conquer is like a really weird word. It's like fork. Okay, Eye of the Tiger.
Again.
Oh, I'm saying it? Oh. I'm saying I thought I was giving the eye of the tiger.
And you were, and I got that.
Do you guys get the eye of the tiger? I was like envisioning tigers.
No, absolutely.
On Red Alert, Conquer.
Battlefield, she's one of our finest.
Cherdenko, the character that I play, is a soldier, but he's also a politician, and he's a great maneuverer. Peter Stormare is out of his mind. I mean, you could commit him tomorrow. He's very funny, and perfect casting for a mad scientist, actually, because his instincts are, I think you could say, insane.
Commander, this is Dr. Gregor Zelensky, possibly the greatest scientific mind of our time.
Oh, no, there was another far greater.
Well, he's working for the government, and he has a pretty good salary. I presume he's...
Or game card. Well, unfortunately, I wasn't able to actually get this thing to be installed. But let's go ahead and do some gameplay just to get a nice reminder. The nice thing is Red Alert 3 is actually available in a multitude of places. Steam, GOG, even the EA Origin, I believe. So let's take a look, though.
The Premier is gone. Yes, the coward has already fled. The USSR is at death's door, comrade. Which is why we must hurry. 12 months ago, I was put in charge of a top-secret project. Whatever it is too late. With respect, General, you are wrong. For you see, sir, time is on our side.
No, it isn't ready. It hasn't been tested. We don't even know if it works.
If what works?
My time machine.
Prepare these coordinates.
No, please. No, touch nothing. We mustn't do anything to disrupt space-time continuum.
Where are we? Brussels, 1927.
Is that Einstein?
Yes, Doctor. The man most responsible for our enemy's technological superiority. The man who made them invincible.
What do you plan to do?
Gentlemen? Doctor!
No!
I do not understand.
We have altered the past and changed the present.
Ah, good to see you, sir. I have the reports from the front that you requested.
Thank you. What do you have for me?
I'm sorry, Comrade General. I meant Premier Cherdenko.
Enemies have been defeated.
Hold on, sir. I'm receiving an emergency transmission from our northern base.
They're attacking! There are too many! We have to evacuate!
Who is attacking?
The Imperial war machine has been unleashed. Do not struggle against what is inevitable. All who stand in the way of our divine destiny will be swept away by the march of history. You will bow before us, or you will cease to exist.
Sir, it appears that the Empire has mounted a full-scale assault.
What empire?
The Empire of the Rising Sun, of course.
We must unleash our nuclear weapons. Annihilate them all.
Excuse me, General?
Our nuclear weapons? Our atomic bombs?
Don't you understand? Without Einstein, there is no nuclear weapons because we have altered the space-time continuum. Oh, who knows what nightmares we have created.
Comrade Dasha will be your information officer and will coordinate all our communication.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Commander, the armies of the Empire are closing in as we speak.
Make haste, Commander. Time is of the essence.
Excels against enemy infantry. Good to be working with you again, Commander. What name's up? Let's learn.
Surprise!
The pleasure's all mine. On the move. I've got their scent. I'll take it. Sweet dreams. On the move. Yes, I see him.
Greetings from the Empire of the Rising Sun. I am Commander Kenji Tenzai, and it will be a great pleasure for me dismantling your cherished city.
Objective received.
Attacks incoming from the south. My forces are on it.
Where on earth did they get this monstrous army? Hurrah!
Enemy tanks may crush your infantry. Please beware.
My
the
time
unit is under attack.
Black Trooper doing my time.
Yes. Watch this.
We have granted you access to our new weapon, the magnetic satellite. This powerful magnet in space can focus its traction on a single metallic vehicle. Use it wisely.
The hunt continues. Select target.
This is just the beginning. Expect to see much more of me and the other Shogun leaders.
I hope they're more of a challenge than you.
Objective complete.
The fortress still stands and Leningrad is safe. Excellent work. The Premier will surely.
Well, there you have it. That is Red Alert 3 in Premier Edition and the pre-reservation. Hi, puppy. There's a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff and even a blooper feel that I will double-check on YouTube, see if they actually have it on there. If not, then maybe it might be good to archive and show, because it's just crazy. You don't see behind-the-scenes stuff. You don't see, FMV things like this anymore in the funness of gaming. So I actually greatly enjoyed this. There's probably a way to actually get this to install with probably some patches and updates. But as it stands, it's a 32-bit, and it just hangs every time I try to install it from the discs itself. So it's more trophy items for the bookshelf. But it seems like more and more of these, disc-based games are just having such difficulty being installed and being worked on. But luckily with Command & Conquer, it's even open source now, so you can get it pretty much everywhere. Open source mods and things like that, because that's probably the one thing that EA did really well at. So anyway, thanks for joining me on this one. This was really cool, and I love it that that these things continue to be impressive, even on newer systems, because even that looked really good and clear, and it worked out really well. Of course, you have to get the Steam edition or GOG, and even the source code is available, so you could do Steam Workshop stuff. So, yeah, so I recommend it. We're going to try some of the other Command & Conquer titles later, and I have a few other retro games to try and install on modern hardware in our future will install. So thanks again. Catch me on Twitch and all the usual social channels, and I'll catch you in the next one.